It's Patrick, your son's a very polite student. He's always wanted to help ensure the classroom is clean before he leaves at the end of the day.
Really? Can you have him do that at home once in a while?
Yeah, right.
No, I'm serious.
Well, anyways, the reason why I asked you here is to talk about Patrick's reading abilities.
What is that?
It's his current level of reading. We conduct a reading assessment on all of our students. We do this in order to measure their fluency and comprehension. It's measured against the expected abilities for each grade level.
Oh, and how did he do?
It's not bad, but there are a few areas we need to bring him up. So there are 4 areas in which Patrick was assessed. They are, first, the areas what we call phonics. This is the relationship between letters and sounds they make. The building phonics skills is what helps students develop their language proficiency. The second area is expressive vocabulary. It simply means higher order language that can be expressed through written or speech. Third area, we measure their comprehension. Simply means their ability to understand what's being read. And then finally, we have fluency. Here's another thing. It's the ability to read text accurately with correct expressions, quickly, with little or no effort.
That's a lot of tests, isn't it?
No, not really. It's many of these areas are assessed at the same time. Patrick was actually strong in a few areas. Those areas include he's particularly strong in phonics where it pertains to blends and diagrams. And then phonemic awareness is another area where Patrick is strong. It's an area where he's particularly interested in gaining better understanding of. He thinks it will help him in developing his rhyming skills.
Well, he does still fantasize about being a rapper.
Yeah, he mentioned that. He said he wanted to be like someone I have never heard of. But he seemed genuine when he mentioned it. Another area where Patrick is very good is deciphering words he doesn't know within text. By taking time to understand what parts of the words are and where the text is located, he's able to extrapolate what the unknown words actually mean.
And this is surprising. I thought he didn't do very well in reading.
No, in fact, he is doing pretty good. Like I said before, there are, however, areas that I would like to discuss with you in order to help him elevate his reading abilities.
Oh, what are those?
Well, the areas Patrick needs to work on are first, derivational relations with bases and roots. Patrick sometimes struggles with the ineffective meanings at the endings of words. He doesn't all understand what suffix means, but how it changes the root word. The second area is higher level vocabulary comprehension. He's not actually reading at his current level.
What difference does it make if Patrick is at grade level or not?
He's getting ready to go into high school. Once he gets there, he may fall farther behind in his studies in comprehension. So it's up to us to get him there as soon as possible. Final area Patrick needs to work on is his fluency. He sometimes struggles understanding what he's reading. This affects the speed and accuracy in which he's able to read.
So how can I help Patrick do better?
We've come up with a few strategies to help Patrick catch up with his peers. The first one is called advanced decoding. This strategy will actually start with what Patrick knows and build from there. It's adding unknown elements separately. This will help to build up his derivational relationships and ineffective meanings. The second strategy is called paired reading. This strategy allows for Patrick to be paired up with a stronger reader, maybe even a teacher, to assist by reading with them. The assisting reader will adjust his or her speed to his speed and will provide immediate assistance with Patrick is struggling over words. Patrick is paired with a reading partner will alternate between choral reading and taking turns reading. During their read-through, they will pause when the need arises to discuss new vocabulary they come across. A third strategy is called repeated reading. This strategy has actually been known to rapidly increase the student's ability to read. The reading of high-frequency words over and over, they will rapidly become part of Patrick's vocabulary. Do you have enough? Okay. There are also some strategies that I'd like to talk to you that can be done at home to help Patrick catch up. First, I got a couple of personal questions for you. First, do you have enough materials such as books, magazines to engage Patrick in reading at home? And secondly, how much time does Patrick actually spend working on his homework? Because if he isn't putting in the effort, this will all be for naught.
I'm not sure about books and magazines, but I'll tell you that Patrick will be spending more time on his homework from now on.
That's good. I can provide you with the materials, and I can ensure Patrick has materials to bring home with him. Okay? The strategies we have come up with for Patrick at home are: first off, I can supply materials for this. It's called mystery packaging. passages. The challenge is to engage Patrick, which means holding his attention long enough for him to be engulfed in the reading. Mystery passages will be a good tool for engaging him rapidly. Secondly, paired reading. Just as we're doing in school, reading passages and stories with Patrick and adjusting to his speed will help keep him engaged and allow immediate assistance when he's stumbling over words. And finally, repeater reading. Another repeat of what we're doing in school. By having Patrick reread passages and stories over and again will help make vocabulary within become part of his own vocabulary.
How much time should Patrick be spending reading these passages, and where do I get them?
As I mentioned before, I can send them home with Patrick. I can also email you copies of what I'm sending home. And I would suggest no more than an hour per night on any given subject. Anything more than that could actually be counterproductive. Okay? Is there anything I can assist you with in helping Patrick become a more effective reader?
I can't think of anything right now.
Okay. Well, Patrick has an opportunity to catch up with his peers. And if he's able to catch up with them and read confidently at his current grade level, he'll be better prepared for high school next year, where he will not have as much one-on-one instruction or assistance. If he's unable to catch up, I'm afraid he'll continue to fall farther behind and become disillusioned with school. Next year, the subject will get harder to understand and more diverse, which means there'll be less overlapping with instruction. That's why it's imperative that we're be able to Patrick be able to fluently comprehend grade level vocabulary. I'm sorry, I'm stumbling over my own words. Do you have any suggestions on how to proceed that we haven't already discussed? Okay, is there anything you need me to clarify?
I think you covered everything quite thoroughly.
Do you have any questions for me at this time? Ms. Thomas, thank you again for meeting with me. I hope we can get Patrick up to and beyond grade level expectations in his reading.
Great.
7 minutes and 9 seconds.